Well, and morning to you.
Morning.
You were nominated for an Oscar for Fatal Attraction, weren't you, all those years ago? How many times in a year do you reckon that you get asked about it, reminded about it?
Well, probably every time I do an interview, I certainly do, absolutely.
Yeah. And do you mind that?
Oh, I think that for every actor, you quickly learn that there are certain roles that will be with you for the rest of your life.
Glenn Close, actually, has been treading the boards in London, in Sunset Boulevard.
I know. I saw her in the original production in New York City when she did Sunset Boulevard. I always like to see her in all her plays. She's such a great actress. Her work is always very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about Bunny Boiler. Then we will leave Fatal Attraction well alone. You hadn't heard that term in America, had you? Despite the bunny being boiled in the film that you did.
Yeah, no, I have an English friend who one time referred to it, and I said, what is that? I've never heard of that. And evidently, it's very popular over here, but it didn't hit the States, so I've never heard it over in the States.
We still use it here quite regularly, actually, yeah. Now, you're in the UK, where you, too, are treading the boards.
Yes.
In a play called?
The Trial of Jane Fonda, which is a play that my husband, Terry Jastrow, wrote.
And she was anti the Vietnam War, wasn't she?
She was a very famous anti-war activist during the Vietnam War, and unfortunately, she visited North Vietnam, which was the enemy area, and got photographed sitting on a tank. And they actually burned her in effigy. And De Niro said, I think you need to meet with them. And she met alone in a meeting room with 26 vets. It was about a 4-hour meeting. And the play basically is that story. And my husband did a tremendous amount of research, went to Hanoi twice and retraced her footsteps, and had long meetings with Jane and heard her side of the story. She tried to talk him out of doing it. She didn't want him to do it because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said, you just stir up an old thing. And,
okay.
But there have been so many lies about what actually happened and what she actually did, and things on the internet. They keep going, and he just felt it was important to set the record straight. And so the play ends up being really the story of war and peace and fighting these unnecessary wars, and it's very relevant today. And ironic that the Chilcot Report would come out right at the same time because, you know, what are we doing in these wars? And look at the loss of human life, and for what? You know, so it has a great message. It's really a good play, and oh God, I got these wonderful English actors who play fabulous Americans, and it's an outstanding production. We're having a good time.
And you kept it in the family, didn't you? You're starring, your husband wrote it, and didn't your son have some involvement?
Yes,
too?
Our younger son wrote the music, the opening music to the play and the ending music to the play as well. The two fantastic songs that are really great. I was never supposed to be in the play. It was originally he wrote it as a film, but he felt that it would do better first as a play and maybe eventually become a film. And he just asked me to do a table read of it one day when he changed it into a play. And you know, the suit fit. What can I tell you? And we just went from there.
Yeah, you seem really happy to be doing it.
Yeah, we are. We're really having a good time. It's really been a great experience. We've had amazing audiences.
If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.
But you look brilliant.
Thank you.
Does that take a lot of work? Did you feel you had